Good morning, Signets, and welcome to our assembly this week. The value that we're looking at today is, as you know, my favourite value, and that is the value of integrity. Integrity means that we do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not because we're worried about being caught or because we're motivated by receiving some form of reward. And when I was thinking about examples of integrity to share with you today, I asked around to members of staff. And Miss Wharton produced what I think is a really fantastic example of integrity that we all experience in our everyday lives. And that is the somewhat unexpected example of the shopping trolley. I'm now going to read to you what she sent to me. The shopping cart is the ultimate litmus test for whether a person is capable of self-governing. To return the shopping cart is an easy, convenient task and one which we all recognise as the correct, appropriate thing to do. To return the shopping cart is objectively right, and there are no situations other than dire emergencies in which a person is not able to return their cart. Simultaneously, it is not illegal to abandon your shopping cart. Therefore, the shopping cart represents itself as an apex example of whether a person will do what is right without being forced to do it. No one will punish you for not returning the shopping cart. No one will fine you or kill you for not returning the shopping cart. And you gain nothing by returning the shopping cart. You must return the shopping cart out of the goodness of your own heart. You must return the shopping cart because it's the right thing to do and because it is correct. A person who is unable to do this is no better than an animal, an absolute savage who can only be made to do what is right by threatening them with the law and the force that stands behind it. The shopping cart is what determines whether a person is a good or a bad member of society. Now, this may seem like a silly example, but I think it teaches us a lot about integrity. So much of what we do in life is ungoverned and unseen by other people, but that doesn't mean that we should make poor choices. In school, we have rules where we help you do the right thing, but we can't be seeing you at every single time. When you're at home, your parents likewise will have guidelines about how they expect you to behave, but they won't be watching you 100% of the time. And yet, in order to get positive outcomes for yourself and for the rest of our society, we need to make those positive choices and think of others above ourselves. We do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not because we're worried about being caught. And as we learn and grow, particularly in the situation we're in at the moment, that will become ever more important. I now want us to think about how we can show integrity at this current time. Firstly, I want to talk about your schoolwork. Now, as you know, you're distance learning at the moment. You're learning in a situation away from many of your teachers. And ultimately, you also know that we're not going to turn up at your houses and chase you or hunt you down if you don't complete some work. However, by having integrity, you do the right thing because it is the right thing to do. You give 100% into your schoolwork, not because you're worried about getting a detention from one of us, but because you know it is the right thing for you to do because of the outcomes and the learning that you will achieve for yourself, but also for the benefits for your parents and your teachers. In terms of our wider community, you'll be aware that last week our lockdown was eased and we all now have a little bit more freedom about how we move around and how we socialise. It's very unlikely that if you choose to break those rules, the police or anyone like that will catch you and fine you or tell you off. But that doesn't mean that we should choose to do the wrong thing just because we can get away with it. Having integrity means even if the police aren't going to catch us, we still choose to do the right thing because it's intrinsically right, but also because there are benefits for those around us, even if we don't see the benefit for ourselves. So for our reflection for today, this is what I want you to think about. Is it always easy to show integrity? Is it always easy to do the right thing? What challenges might we face? And how might you overcome those challenges to show integrity in your everyday life? Have a brilliant week, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you soon.